Hello. If you are new to Vim or a beginner to Vim user, you are watching the correct video. Here we're going to learn some basic commands which makes you a very effective Vim user. Vim is a text editor built to make creating and changing text very effectively. So let's start the Vim. Here we are. First of all, let's set some properties which makes our life better during editing a file. So first of all, let's set a cursor line. So I'm going to say colon and set cursor line. So as you see, now we have a cursor line, so I can see which row I'm editing, right? So the next one we're going to learn property. It's set number. So now I can see the numbers at the line. So the other one which we're going to learn is set highlight search. HL search. This means when we are trying to search a text in a file, is going to highlight us all the occurrences, right? And then I'm going to set the syntax on property, and I'm going to set some properties regarding the tabs. So first of all, let's convert all the tabs to spaces. So set expand tab. Then I would like to set the indentation. Let's have an auto indentation. And I would like to set, whenever I press the tab, I would like to have 4 spaces. So set tab uh, stop, and let's equal to 4. Okay, so these are the basic properties which helps us using the editor. So from now on, I can work with files. So Vim has basically 3 modes. This is the normal mode. We have an insert mode and we have a visual mode. In normal mode, you can move up, down, left, right. You can search, you can use different things with the file. In the insert mode, you can edit the file. And in the visual mode, I'm going to show you what you can do. Okay, so now we have set all basic properties which helps us using an easiest way the editor. Of course, you don't have to type each time when you start a Vim editor. These properties can be put into a configuration file, which is in the .vimrc file. So after having the basic properties, let's try to open a file. I can open it from the Vim editor, or I can start the Vim with a file name, and let's use this one. So here we are, we have opened a file. So first of all, now we are in normal mode. Let's try to search. Search means I'm going to use the slash command, and let's use the def. You see, basically the Vim shows me all occurrences of the def, and this is because we have set the highlight search. And now if I press enter, I'm at the first place where the Vim found this word. So pressing the letter N, the next one, I can go to all the occurrences. With Shift N, I can go backwards, forward and backwards. Now, if I am here at this line, let's try to move to the beginning of the next word. So, word, it means that I'm going to use the double U letter. So, you see, I can go forward. If I'm pressing the letter B, I'm going to move to previous beginning of a word. So W forward, B backward, right? If I'm pressing the letter E, so this means I'm going to move to the end of the world. E is the same. If I'm going to use capital W, I'm going to move to the beginning of the next word after a Y space. So it's so easy. So we have already learned several ways to move. What if I would like to move between the end of the line and the beginning of the line? So I'm pressing the letter 0. You see that I move to the beginning of the line. And if I press in normal mode, the $sign, I'm going to move to the end of the line. If I'm pressing 2 times the letter G, I'm going to move to the beginning of the file. If I press Shift G, then I'm going to move to the end of the file. So GG and capital G. So I can move the end and the start of the file. Okay, so now that we can move up, down, so you can use the arrow key up, down, left to right. At the moment we are in normal mode. In order to insert a new text, we have to move into insert mode, right? So how can we move to insert mode? Insert mode, I'm going to press the letter I, like insert. I, you see here that I'm already in the insert mode now. So now I can type the text. Something like that. If I press escape, then it means that I moved back to the normal mode, right? So here let's learn few tricks. So if I'm here and I press the letter I, I'm going to move to the insert mode and I can type something here, right? Okay, I pressed already the escape button, so I'm back to normal mode. I would like to delete this 4 letters. So if I press now the X button, it means I'm going to delete 1 character, right? It's okay. If I press now the letter A on the keyboard, it means append. So you see that this moves the cursor after the current character and enters into VI mode. And now I can write here everything. So this is the A. If I press on the keyboard the letter O, this means that inserts a new line below the current line and enters the Vim into the insert mode on this new line. So now I can write here, which is cool. What is happening if I would like to undo all these changes? The word undo starts with the letter U. So let's press on the keyboard the U, undo. So you see, I can undo the stuff. If I would like to enter into the visual mode, I'm going to press the V like visual. So let's use the Shift V on the keyboard. Pressing Shift V on the keyboard, I'm going to enter into the visual mode. So with this Shift V, I can select the lines, right? So now if I'm going to press the down button, I can select multiple lines. Why I'm doing this? Because I would like, for example, to copy all this stuff. So this is the yank command. So I'm going to press the, yank. So what kind of button I'm going to press? Exactly. And I'm going to paste here what I have copied. So Let us guess what kind of the letter I'm going to press on the keyboard for the word paste. Yes, you have right. Let's have the P. So here it is. I have copied everything here. So yank and paste. Cool. I would like to undo, so I'm going to press the letter U on the keyboard. Okay, see, I have undone the changes, my previous changes. So now we have already know a lot of things what we can do in the normal insert and visual mode. Some tricks. Let's imagine that I would like to rename this word. First of all, let's have a capital T here. So how can I replace this letter? So the easiest way is to move to the insert mode. So I'm going to press the letter I, like insert on the keyboard. I'm here. I'm going to delete the T and I'm going to write a capital T. And I'm going to press the escape button to go back to the normal mode. That's cool, but there's an easier way. So replacing the character, this means that what kind of button I'm going to press on the keyboard? The R, like replace. So let's hit the R, replace with another character. It's replaced. And I'm still in normal mode, not in the VI mode. Cool. What if I would like to change this whole word? Changing starts with the letter C, right? So I'm now in the normal mode. So let's press the button like change word. It means CW, right? CW, and I'm here, and I'm going to press the escape. Let's undo this. So I'm going to press the letter U on the keyboard, like undo. So we have already learned a few things when we are in a normal and insert mode. So we can easily navigate, we can easily search now, we can find everything and we can modify, add, remove, delete, or replace characters or whole words. The next things I would like to talk about is splitting the screen. So here we have only one file open, right? What if I would like to work with multiple files? I can split the screen basically. So the simplest way is to use the Control W command. So W like window, for example. Control W and press then S, like split. You have seen that we have split the screen, horizontally. How can I now move between these two splits? So it's very simple. Again, hit the Control W and then move down. And I'm here. Control W, hit the up arrow, and now at the other file. How can I close this split? So this means I'm going to set colon, quit, and it's closed. Okay. What if I would like to do another split, horizontal split or vertical split? So let's use again Control W and press V. It's vertical. So now I have two vertical splits and I'm here. So let's move to the right side. Control W, hit the right arrow, and I'm here. I can also split this screen. So Control W, S. So now I have 3-1. With the Control W, up, down, left, right arrows, I can move between this splitted screen and I can open the file, I can edit files here, I can do whatever I just want. So how can I close it? So I'm going to say colon. So where I am now, I'm here, so I'm going to have colon quit, like Q, and it's okay. So let's have only one window. Another thing, many developers would like to use a terminal. Let's have an example. I'm writing some really simple Python scripts and I would like to have a terminal. So you don't have to open two terminals or use tabs in the terminals. Inside the Vim, you can open a terminal. So let's write colon terminal. And here we have basically a terminal. So I can do an ls, I can do whatever I just want. You see? How can I now move back? So here I can run my files. I can run my Python files or whatever. I can test my file. I can run basically the test. So how can I move back to my text file? So it's again Control W and the down arrow, and I'm here. So I can modify here my application. Control W up. I'm in the terminal. I can run the file. Python and the name of the file. Okay, how can I quit from the terminal? It's Control D. When you do some kind of edits in the file you would like to save, I'm going to use W and write. Okay, all the new changes going to be saved into a file. So I would like to quit without any change. Then I can use the Q and an exclamation mark, and all the changes in the file won't be saved. Another interesting feature is that you can use File Explorer in Vim. So you have to learn two words, sex and vex. Let's use the sex. So I'm going to write here colon sex. You see, here I can see an explorer with different folders. I can enter to the folders. I can go up. So I can search my file. Okay, so let's quit. The other word is vex. Vex. You see, it's different. So it's a horizontal or vertically splitting the screen and appears in a different way. I prefer this one, the vex. So if I'm here, basically I can open a file. In the Explorer, you can do many things. You can press a lot of buttons, but what is really important is the T, O, and V. If I press the T, it's going to open the file in a new tab. The O will just open the file, and V, let's figure out what V does. But first of all, what is really important, if I'm here and imagine I have a lot of files, I can do a search. How we do search is the same as we do in the editor, in the file. So let's use the slash, and I try to write the name of the file, what I'm searching. And here it is. It's there. Okay, let's press the letter T on the keyboard. So as you can see, now we have two tabs. At the moment, both of them contain the same file. Let's quit from this one. Let's go back to the drawer. Let's press the O on the keyboard. Since it opens in a different way, you see? It opens basically in a new split. Let's close again. Here I am, and let's press the V. So basically it splits the current part of the screen in a different way, horizontally or vertically, right? Let's quit. What happens if I press the T? It means I'm going to have now a new tab. So what can I do with the tabs? How can I step between the tabs? So it's very easy again. So we have to use the word go tab, right? So the go tab, if I take the first letter from each word, so it's the GT. So let's just press, I'm in the normal mode, not in the insert mode, in normal mode. Let's press GT. So you see, I move to another tab. What happens if I press G capital T? I'm going backwards in the list of the tabs. So when we are using tab, you can use the GT or G capital T letter to move left or right between the tabs. If I would like to create a new tab, I can write colon and tab new. Now I have three tabs. Again, with the G capital T, I'm going to, on the left to the left side between the tabs. With the G T, I'm going to move on right. Also, we can use the tab first or colon tab first, colon tab last command, so we can move between the first and the last tabs. So now, how can I close the tab? I just write the colon Q. During these few minutes, we've learned the basic commands, how you can open the file, how you can save the file, how you can quit from the Vim editor. We've learned some basic movements in normal mode. We learned how to replace a character, how to change or replace a word, how to move to the beginning of the row, how to move to the end of the row. We have also learned how to split the screens, how to use the tabs, how to create new tab, how to navigate between the split screens, how to navigate between the tabs. Now, with these few commands, you can use really effective your Vim editor. Thank you very much.